Okay, I'm going to tell you what I liked. I saw a video of Zach Bryan, and he was playing the parody of, well, Brantley Gilbert, but Jason Aldean. And, chilling on a dirt road. And Brantley played that song on the All-American halftime show, whatever it was called. Because Brantley wrote it, and then Jason Aldean recorded it. So Zach Bryan gets up, and look, I like Zach Bryan's music. Not really a fan of the person based on the things that I've heard, but that's okay. I can separate art from artist for sure, as long as you're not doing anything illegal. But I'm just not drawn to Zach Bryan as a person. However, I'm watching him playing guitar, and it's chili on a hot dog, and he's playing this song. I don't know. Can we play that since it's a parody and it's a... What do you think? Probably not?
Probably not.
I would argue we could, but I'm not sure I would win, so it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So he's playing. He's got a guy with him. I don't know who the guy is. And he's got his guitar up, and they're doing chili on a hot dog, putting chili on a mother hot dog. And then they're rapping about chili. They're just being stupid and making fun of it a little bit. And he's like, I put mustard on my hot dog. I put mustard. So then Brantley duets that video. And I thought Brantley was a really good sport about it because Brantley's just making a hot dog next to the video. So when you duet something, in case you're not familiar, you push the button, and it puts up half the screen of what you're duetting, and you have the other half of the screen to do what you want to do. A lot of those duets are made for reaction videos. And so Brantley's just making a hot dog next to Zach Bryan going, chili on a hot dog. And then Aldean gets on there and goes, this is the best. This is like the only good song I've ever heard the dude make, talking about Zach Bryan.
Oh, damn.
Yikes.
So I'm paraphrasing all of that. Do you have exactly what he said? It was basically that. But, yeah, I don't know. I always like it when people get in these little dumb fights. Because in the end, it really doesn't matter. Like, this is just a dumb fight. Adults being petty. He says exactly, what's he say, Mike? Because I don't want to misquote him. Jason said it's the best I've heard from that guy. Jason said it's the best song I've heard from that guy. Well, that's wildly inaccurate because
Jason,
Zach Bryan does make good music. I would argue Zach Bryan probably makes pound for pound better music than Jason Aldean. They both do a great job of making music, doing whatever they do. But I thought it was funny. I hope they get into a beef. No pun intended.
Right. Beef hot dogs.
Beef hot dog.
Chili on a hot dog. So I thought that was pretty funny. I love a good little, as they would say, a little pissing match between people. That doesn't matter because that's fun.
Well, as long as they keep it.
I don't even want to keep it cordial. Let's fight again. Let's get Gavin Adcock in this. Let's get a potential fist fight. I don't mind any of that.
Yeah, I don't mind that part.
I don't want people drive-by shooting each other.
Yes.
Oh, gosh,
like I want to keep it safe.
Yeah. Also, you shouldn't fight Brantley. I'm just going to throw that in there.
He probably has brass knuckles in his pockets.
He doesn't need brass knuckles. He probably has brass fists. Brantley is a dude that I would not want to mess with, but Brantley was taking it in stride, and Brantley was just being funny with it. I think if you... Zach Bryan versus Brantley is probably a Brantley win.
Oh, yeah. I take Brantley on that one.
Zach Bryan versus Aldean is probably a Zach Bryan win.
Zach Bryan, yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys saw that last night. I was laughing.
No, it's funny.
All right, there you go, number one. We went to dinner last night on Valentine's Day. By the way, let me say
It's
this.
the early Valentine's
Our
Day.
Valentine's Day dinner.
I don't want someone being like, what Valentine's Day was last?
Good point.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Yesterday, Eddie paid for my meal.
Oh, I know what this means.
What do you mean?
I know what this means.
What? What does it mean?
Do you want me to say what I think it means?
I'd prefer you to say it than us just stay quiet.
Okay.
Staring at you.
The way you're saying it, you're being creative with your wording.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Y'all went to lunch yesterday.
Good point.
And Eddie,
Thanks, you
because
got
I
it.
was here and y'all were leaving to go do your shoot, and y'all were like, let's go eat before. Hey, where do you want to eat? And then y'all left, so I knew y'all were going to eat. So the way you said that, Eddie probably bought your lunch yesterday to get ready for how you were going to pay for dinner.
That wasn't really the reason he did it, but
That
we
was
went
not.
to Radish on your request or your
Recommendation.
recommendation because we're looking for a place because Eddie and I had a shoot yesterday to go do with Hyundai, and he was like, you should go to Radish. We went. It was great. We actually, the manager there is a fan of the show. Came up. We talked to her for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy because I went to Radish last night.
Oh, really?
Really?
Well, I had my hair appointment is right above it. And so that's pretty much the only time I get to eat it because it's not necessarily convenient for my house. But so y'all got radish for lunch and then I had it for dinner.
Wow, look at that.
Whenever for those the comparison to radish, it's semi-quick. You go and you stand there and you order it and they make it in front of you, kind of like Chipotle style, and then it's just like a salad or something.
Or like
healthy.
Chopped.
Yeah, I didn't know what Chopped was till recently.
Oh, really?
Is that a chain, like a big chain?
I think it's a chain, yeah.
So we go to that, and Eddie's like, "All right, I'll get lunch." I was like, "Yeah, that's great, thanks, man." So yesterday was definitely a Bobby and Eddie day.
All day.
We worked all day together. We went and had lunch together. We went and shot all day together. We had dinner together.
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife about that. I said, I enjoy being around Eddie all the time. I said, I think it's easier for me to be around Eddie than it is for Eddie to be around me all the time.
What does that mean?
And my wife's like, I agree. Because you are just fun to hang out with. Like, you just go with the flow. Doesn't matter. You're always positive. I think it's much easier for me to hang out with you than you to hang out with me.
But that's just me being me. So, like,
but me being me is like, I want to do this exact way. We have to do it by this exact time.
But I know that. And that doesn't bother me. Dude, I mean, we've been friends for a long time. Like, I still do get a little stressed. Like, last night, I guess dinner was supposed to be at 6:45, and my wife was not ready. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, we
were told you were going to be late.
That's what she kept saying.
It wasn't a big deal.
She kept saying that. She's like, don't worry. I talked to Caitlin. It's fine that we're late. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Well,
it's never fine that we're late. And she's like, no, it's okay.
You weren't even late, really, because the only reservation that we were able to get so late was at 6:45. And originally, your wife said, hey, we're not going to be able to get there till like 7:10. And Caitlin's like, we'll get to 6:45, and you guys just get there by whenever because it's the only one that we can grab right now. So there was not a single instance of you guys being late because we were told initially that 6:45 probably is too early for us anyway, but that's when we could get a good table.
Right. But you know how I took all that information? Because that's what she told me.
Yeah.
I said,
did you know all that?
She told me all that. She's like, stop stressing. Like, this is what we talked about. And in my head, I'm like, you know what I see? Bobby there at 6:45 and looking like, why are we not, like, where are they?
And I think maybe that would be the case, but my wife doesn't allow me to be that person when I'm with her. I don't get to do that. But I wouldn't have done that anyway because I knew everything going into it. But I don't get to be that. My wife kind of overrides those annoying tendencies a lot of times. I can still have them and feel them, but she's like, you need to shut up. That's not a real thing. And I'm like, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So no, that wasn't a thing at all. And we had a high seat, like on the upper floor, so we could see when you guys arrived.
Oh, you saw that?
So you drive in. We're like, yeah, they're here.
That's funny.
We go and we have dinner last night at this nice place. We talked about it yesterday called Craig's. And we talked to Craig himself.
We met Craig, Amy.
That's cool.
That was awesome.
Came up to the table and talked for a little bit and sent us like some
ice cream,
free ice creams at the end. It was a good place. And Eddie tried to pay last night. And I think I would have allowed him to pay, except he tried to like hide it.
I really did. I tried my best. Like, try to slip it to the server.
He turned it into a competition.
And I could see Bobby looking at me from the corner of his eye, and then he started reaching for it. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I think if Eddie would have been like, hey, you guys mind? We'll get this. I think I'd have been like, oh, that's great. But he's trying to beat me at my own game. Like, I took personal offense. It felt like he was challenging me to who could be the sneakiest to the waiter.
But how'd you do it?
Well, the waiter came around, and Eddie made mistake number one of trying to sneak his card. After he couldn't sneak it, he just laid it on the corner of the table.
I know, that was stupid.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is rookie.
I wasn't going to put it back in my wallet, though.
So what do you do?
No, what you do is you hide it behind, like, you do something with your arm on your phone up front to distract everybody, kind of like a magician, like sleight of hand. And I'm like, yeah, look at this, whatever. You take your other hand with the credit card, you put it behind your back, behind the seat. Because our waiter was nearby, so you can't see that hand, and everybody's looking at the phone because I'm showing them like a video or something, and the waiter walks by and grabs it.
Interesting.
There it was. But he tried to pay for the whole meal.
It was like a handoff. It was weird. You know, but at one point I thought he just put the credit card in the server's pocket. I'm like, dude, he may not even know your credit card.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't think the guy knew you put it in there. Or you look like you're up to something over there.
No, I'm just thinking of if Eddie were to have paid. I think I'm thinking of something that maybe would have bothered you. Not that you wouldn't have been grateful for that. But
I would have tipped well.
How do you know that's where I was going?
Great point.
Because I knew like
Craig.
Eddie would be doing the math on 20%, maybe getting it wrong.
No.
And
I can tell you what I tipped last. I can tell you the whole thing. Okay.
Well,
I'll tell you the price of the meal, and you tell me what you would have tipped. Honestly,
I'll tell you what I would have done.
What would you have done?
Given it to my wife, be like, hey, you sign that. That's what I always do. I never do the tips.
Okay, but what I'm saying is your wife probably would have done 20%, and Bobby doesn't want to do 20%.
Okay, she probably would have done 20%.
But 20% is great. By
It's
the way, it's great.
That's just not what you do. And also, you've been invited by Craig to this
yeah,
restaurant,
Craig.
and not only that, you like to take care of people because you were a server and you're able to. That's something you've said over and over and over again. So I know you're going to tip 50 to 100% sometimes.
You think Craig would have been like, hey,
No,
where's that
I don't
table
think
tip?
he would notice.
No, Craig
I'm
wouldn't
not
notice,
saying
but it
Craig
doesn't
wouldn't
matter.
notice. That part doesn't really matter, but I would keep that in my mind. Just even subconsciously, sometimes we're like, oh, we have like a connection to this place. Like I want to support their people more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you do?
The meal, and by the way, Eddie and his wife didn't order any appetizers.
Because Eddie was planning on paying.
No, it's not that because I
'Cause
wasn't.
yeah, a little bit I thought that, so I started to feel like kind of guilty because I was like, if he's gonna try to pay for this, I'll let him. But they had pigs in a blanket, dude. I don't care where I am. If I see pigs in a blanket, I'm in.
Yeah, those are so good.
I love hot dogs.
They were good.
Especially pigs in a blanket at kind of at a fancy place. They had to be.
They're pretty good.
Here's the problem. I said, hey, they said, do you have any dietary restrictions? And I was always that guy that was like, no, I'm ironclad. And now I'm like, I can't have dairy. And so I was like, I want some pigs in a blanket. And he goes, you can't have the blanket. So there's dairy
Dairy
in
He
in the
just got the
dough?
pig.
dairy in the dough. So we ordered 2. There were pigs and blanket that my wife had, and there was just the pigs that Eddie and I had.
Yeah, we shared the pigs.
And they were still pretty good. Very smoky taste.
Mhm.
So, and then I ordered this other thing, this tuna tartare type thing. I'm a big tartare guy now.
Like tartar?
Beef tartare,
What is tartar?
uncooked.
Uncooked.
So it's raw.
It's
Tartare
raw.
You
is
had raw
raw.
ahi tuna.
It's so last night I don't like tuna tartare as much because I'm not a tuna guy, but it was still pretty good. I love beef tartare, but they prepare it in a certain way and they mix it with all kinds of stuff while you're at the table. I didn't even know what tartare was until probably the last 5 to 7 years. But man, it is. If you get good beef tartare and you don't get a disease from it, and I don't think you can. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know.
Like, could
My
I just-
dad used to make beef tartare just at home.
Like, could I go home and just eat raw beef and be like, this is tartare?
Yeah, I think you could.
Oof,
I don't know that I would want
Interesting.
to,
I
but
wouldn't try it.
I don't know enough about
but
it.
my dad would go buy like specific. He wasn't just getting any old random cut of meat to make his beef tartare. Like he would. The last time I saw him make it, gosh, it was probably in Austin maybe 10 years ago. I think we were in town for like iHeart Country or something, and I remember meeting up with my dad after, and he came in with this wrapped in the paper, and he was
Yeah.
like, I've got this special meat. He's like, I'm about to make you beef tartare.
It sounds gross.
But
by
I
the
mean,
way.
I didn't try it. I was like, Dad, I'm sorry, I have no interest in your beef tartare.
Eating raw meat from the standard grocery store is risky and generally not recommended due to high risk of bacterial contamination and parasites. Can you make tartare at home? Safely preparing beef tartare relies on using high-quality, fresh, lean beef, kept extremely cold, and preventing cross-contamination by hand chopping with sanitized tools rather than a grinder. Chefs often sear. Oh, they do kind of cook
A little bit.
a bit of it. They sear or briefly blanch. That's how you know. I don't know anything about food. I don't know what blanch means.
I don't know either.
Do you?
Blanche.
They blanch the beef's exterior to eliminate bacteria before
Is
chopping.
that just like in hot water?
I don't know. Serving it immediately to ensure safety. The meat is probably.
These are the moments where I'm like, dang, I wish my dad was alive.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Do you have
Dad,
some tartare?
you know what he would do? He would
When we're talking tartare, that's the moment.
No, I'm telling you, my dad would be like, give me 5 minutes. I'm coming. I'm showing up. I'm going to make y'all some beef tartare.
That's cool.
I'm watching the guy make it. I beef tartare. It's so good, and it shouldn't be, but it is. So I ordered this tartare thing. Whatever, it's good. It's fine. Just not a big tuna guy in general, and so. But I felt weird because they didn't order any. They didn't order any drinks or any appetizers. So I'm like, hey, he's purposely keeping the bill down. I don't want to keep the bill down.
Nah.
And I had like 3 mocktails, and Eddie's like, "Why do you get different ones every time?" Because I'm like, I want to try something different. That's
Yeah.
what I say. They bring me the first one. I say, make it extra fruity. I don't care what it is. Depending on how classy the restaurant is, I'll say mocktail, or I'll say non-alcoholic, or last night 0 proof.
Zero proof means non-alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
I said,
It's
"Can
a
I get-"
fancy way of saying it.
Well, I saw it on their menu.
0 proof.
Yeah. And I said, I'll take a 0 proof.
Did they ID you though?
For 0 proof?
Yeah, because I feel like I've ordered a 0 proof before, and they were like, we're going to need to see your ID.
Do you know why that probably is when your 0 proof is ordered? They have some that have fake alcohol, maybe 0 proof alcohol. I never order any of that because I don't want the taste of alcohol, even if there's no alcohol effect to it.
You never had like a
No.
non-alcoholic beer?
Because it just, why?
It sounds gross.
It smells bad. So I say, hey, can I get a 0 proof, but just something fruity, and it doesn't matter what it is. So they bring the first one, and usually it's okay. It's like Eddie made the joke. I think, dude, they just go back there and like pour juice in a cup, like mix juices and go take this out there. And the second one, I was like, can I get something different? And they're like, any specifications? Yeah, different. That's all. Just make it different. And so they bring it in like maybe they just brought in a different kind of can.
That kind of cup is used for like a Moscow Mule. You know, like it's like metal.
Oh, the little copper.
Yeah, the copper thing.
And it made it cold. It was good.
Yeah.
Had 2 of those. So finished the meal, and he legitimately was trying to pay. So this Eddie didn't pay does not get to count because he did try. I just felt a fun competition ensuing. I didn't want to lose because I wanted to show him I was actually better at the sneak, which I am. I'm pro.
You're a master.
I'm a pro. I actually stuck it in his pants like a stripper.
You really did, dude.
Yeah, I was just like, whoop, right
like
in there.
a little underwear.
And you see the guy go, well, that's cold. And I'm like, yeah, metal card. So he goes, takes it back, brings it in. I do the tip. I think I tipped about 80%.
Wow. That's a hefty tip.
And then signed it, went home, got a call from the restaurant last night.
You did? Did we forget something?
You left your card?
I left my card.
No way.
They said, hey, we have your card. We're going to protect it. Don't worry about it. Nobody else is going to see it. We open it, and come by and get it.
Well, that's nice. Usually at a bar, if you leave your card, they charge you for it. Like, you know, when you like go to a bar and you're like, leave my tab open, and you just go home and forget about it. You go the next day, it's like, nah, $20, man.
Not with that 80% tip.
Right.
So I got to go by and get it after the show today, but they're not going to give it to anybody but me because I was like, do not give it to anybody else.
Like who? Who would?
A listener.
Oh, right.
That hears me
right.
talking about this
Good
and
call.
is like, I want to
Good
go
call.
up. Yeah. So we did have I'll say this. It hurts my pride to say this. We're sitting at a table last night, and it's obviously Eddie and myself and our 2 wives, and Eddie and I were the 3rd and 4th funniest people at the table.
Oh.
No doubt in my mind.
I mean, they were laughing.
But it's not even, they're just funnier than us, both of them. Eddie's wife is funny in the way that my wife is funny, in that they don't care if anybody even knows or acknowledges how funny they are. They're just funny. And so,
But to be fair, dude, we do it for a living, you know? So we're probably just like, it's dinner, man. We're off, you know? Like, just enjoying a dinner.
I can't really compete with my wife.
She's so funny.
She's so funny. And I would tell her all the time, let's monetize this. Let's get you on social media. Let's do. She has no interest. Yeah. The only reason that she will do a podcast with me occasionally is she lost a bet and she owes me 12 episodes from a bet. And
I feel like, did that number go up?
Yeah, 12's a lot, man.
I felt like it was 6.
she lost another bet.
Dang, she gotta stop betting.
Well, it's not that. She wins more than she loses, but when she does lose, I bet episodes. And then, I think we've done 2. But that she does not need that validation of people, just generally speaking, that she doesn't know. And you could be a comic in a theater with people you don't know. You could be a podcast or radio host. She doesn't need that to have fulfillment, where I kind of do. Like, this is what I do. And so I've always needed that, because I think early on I was just chasing love, right? I didn't get it from where I was. So maybe if I go perform, people will love me. That'll feel like love. I think that's where the root of my performance comes from, where she's just well-adjusted and knows who loves her, and she's funny and cool. I'd be like, oh, you should say that again, but you should do. No, I did. I said it. You heard it. You thought it was funny. Good deal. It's wild. It's like she has a superpower. It's like she can fly, and she has no interest in doing anything but walking. She's like, why would I want to fly? That's too high. I don't like heights. No, but you can fly. No, walking is just fine. It drives me bananas sometimes. Throw a fastball 110 miles an hour. Why don't you go out and try to pitch? I think I just want to sit home and knit. You can throw 110 miles an hour. So that's what's up. But we had a good dinner last night. It's a little late for my taste. I did have to break up the dinner. I had to be the one to say it's time to go.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I was ready to go.
We were tired. We also spent all day together.
All day. I
But
mean,
that doesn't bother me. Like
it was a great day.
I can hang out with Eddie all day. We've been on the road for days and days at a time.
Yeah, but I could see starting dinner at 7, whenever,
Yeah,
7,
after
10?
7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
usually
great.
eat at 5.
Yeah.
I did order pizza.
I saw on your
Yeah,
Instagram.
I did order pizza. And it was a vegan cheese pizza, but not a vegan pizza because I do use real meat. And I was like, Eddie, try a piece of this. And it's pretty good, right?
it was good.
Texture's a little slightly different.
You can tell it's not real cheese just by the texture. I think the taste was pretty spot on though.
I would argue that you wouldn't be able to tell if it wasn't fresh out.
Oh, like if it dried up a little bit and
Just
hardened.
a little. Because that's
Yeah.
always the best time to eat pizza anyway. I don't like pizza fresh out the oven.
Yeah, let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah. I don't like pizza back in the microwave, but a pizza that comes out of the oven and sits for 25 minutes, 18 to 25 minutes, that's the perfect pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we had a good dinner last night. Eddie said he researched the menu before he went out.
I never do that. Mostly just because I wanted to be efficient. You know, get in.
I love efficiency.
Order.
Turns me on.
And then what's crazy is my wife too. I'm like, hey, I gave her the phone. Like, look at the menu. So when we get there, you order and we go. And she was like, all right, I know what I want. And then we get to the restaurant. She's like, I don't know what I want. I'm like, you looked at the menu.
I didn't know
We
they had
change
looked
our
at the menu.
minds.
But the guy came, and as soon as the waiter comes, and Caitlin and I were sitting there first, and I'm feeling bad for her. She's pregnant. Like, she's really pregnant right now. And so she's always so tired, which makes sense because your body's, like, creating other body parts of other things. And so, but she was a champ, and I was glad she was feeling good last night. And so the person comes, though, and I'm like, all right, here's what we're going to do. They're going to sit down. And she's like, don't do that. I was like, what? We're not going to eat till 7:30. She's like, take a breath. And when he comes, the first time when they're here, don't say we're ready to order. Because she gets on to me for that. Because even if everybody's not ready, my move is, yeah, we're ready. I'll go first and I'll talk slow. So then everybody grabs their menus. And we didn't do that. He came. Hey, you guys want drinks? I'm gritting my teeth. Yeah.
Can we order?
I'll take a drink. Then they came the second time. We ordered a couple appetizers. Came the third time, and they still weren't ready a little bit. They were talking. They were ding, 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 ding. And then at that point, I felt like it was my time. And I said, yeah, we're ready. And he goes, I'll start with the women, the ladies. And so Caitlin goes first, and then Eddie's wife was still looking at I was like, I can go second.
Even though we had prepared, she
I was like, I'll
still
go
wasn't
second,
ready.
and I'll talk slow. And then I did my thing and then ordered. It was great.
Speaking of, like, I ordered the chicken parm, and I'm always like, and I love chicken parmesan. Like, I love it. But, like, it's never spelled chicken parmesan. And I don't know. I always want to be like, I'll take the chicken parmesan. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see.
It's spelled like, you know, like the Italian way, G, whatever, N-E, whatever. And I don't never know how. So I just always go like chicken parmesan. And they're like, oh, chicken parm?
But chicken parm works, right? I've never been a big
Yeah,
chicken parm
just-
guy, even when I could eat chicken parmigiane.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I never want to disrespect it by just being like chicken parm.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
I didn't find it to be wildly expensive for a nice place because my pizza was $24.
But for a
It was,
I mean, it was like 8 slices,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
oh,
it was a solid pizza.
okay.
That was our experience last night. Got home, worked on the show, fell asleep a little late. What did I do last night? Dog's all crazy if he's not in bed at a certain. He's got his patterns too. Like I've got him into.
Stanley?
He knows when it's time to eat, when it's time to go to bed, and I did feed him, but I fed him a little early, and then I get home and he doesn't even like to go because we have 2 kennels now that they sleep in, and the trainer has been like, hey, you're gonna have a baby, you need to start feeding them in the kennels. Like they don't live in the kennels, but we put them in with their food and we shut the cages, they eat them in them when they're finished. We leave them there for a second, then we go and we let them out, live their life. And we get home and he's in the kennel. He's like, I'm ready to go to bed. Where have you been?
Yeah.
And I still got to
He's
take.
looking at his
You know,
watch.
I still got to take him out. And there's all this stuff. And he's like, what's the deal here? Because I live on such like a pattern. Like, but yeah, it was good. That was our night. I do need to say this. Lunchbox went home sick.
Oh, boy.
He's got a fever. And Scuba, what else? Is Scuba in there?
Scuba's
Scuba
not
had to
there.
go do cruise talks with Rick.
Okay. This is the, because we're in the middle of recording stuff. Let me read this. Do you get, hold on. Here we go.
Whatever you're about
Scuba.
to say.
He had to leave. He has fever and chills.
Great. So we can expect us to have fevers
Morgan
and
first. Morgan will get sick
get
first.
fever and
Yeah.
chills, and then probably me.
I am
know.
feeling a little chilly.
I walked to the bathroom with him multiple times. It's not like we touch or anything, but I'm just next to
No,
him.
and he talks so loud. See, my
He
mind
does
goes to
spit a lot when he
he's
talks.
talking right. He talks so loud, and spit's flying everywhere. That even if I'm like 6 feet away, I'm gonna get it.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, cool.
I would normally go. He's got multiple kids, but he doesn't have many as you.
He has 3,
Yeah, and you have more.
4, yeah.
You're not sick like he's sick.
No, and I feel bad when my kids get sick, but when they get sick, I'm just like, you stay over there. Like,
So it could be your approach when you have a sick kid.
yeah, dude, I'm very careful to be like, I'm very like, give dad a hug. No, not when you're sick. Go
Is
there.
he more sick than the normal person? Because I feel like he's always got something going on, even if it's not like a
Well,
small illness.
I think with the other stuff he has going on, his immune system is weakened. His body's busy fighting a lot of things right now.
Oh,
that's
the
what
testicle?
I'm saying.
So
though.
therefore, like we might be exposed to something similar, but our body's like, oh, no problem, we got this. Where his is like more susceptible because he
to yeast infection,
has other. I don't.
to tuberculosis.
He's vulnerable.
And he's got a lot of
He's vulnerable.
unique illnesses.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy's had yeast infection and tuberculosis.
I know.
In his mouth.
And
he
mystery illnesses. Like we don't.
Like what's happened? What's your theory on why he has all these weird sicknesses all the time? This is not just right now.
I think
with this,
he has a compromised immune system.
like a general life compromised immune system, because this has been happening for 20 years.
So I guess. Yeah.
And by the way, I'm glad he goes home when he's sick. No part of me says you should stick around and gut it out. That is not the philosophy of this show. If your physical health isn't good, or if your mental health is not good, I encourage you to stay home and get right, because if you ain't right, you're not going to be right for us. So I'm never annoyed when somebody goes home or can't come in. I don't think I ever have been. What do you think?
Hygiene.
But if it's so bad for so long, isn't it then creating an immunity?
There's no way, man. Like, I go to the bathroom. We take breaks all the time together. He never washes his hands. Like, the dude, I don't think I've ever seen Lunchbox wash his hands. And he's just, you ever been in his car? It's dirty.
Yeah.
I think it's just hygiene.
But
He's
if
just
it's
dirty.
been that way, aren't you then basically dealing with a force field that you've built yourself?
That's what they say.
Aren't you Captain America?
Because you've been living dirty?
Yeah. But he had to leave because he is sick again.
And then eating toenails, that can't be good.
No, that
Or
cannot be
is
good.
it good because you do it for so long?
Well,
I don't know. We're seeing firsthand that it's not good.
Yeah.
it is convenient. Now he definitely doesn't have to do anything for Valentine's.
Oh, perfect.
How did everybody feel about my latest television intro,
I loved it.
Full House?
Awesome, dude.
Thank
Eddie
you.
had a man bun.
I had hair.
So if you guys
Well,
go to my
in the
Instagram, if you go to Mr. Bobby Bones on
Oh, I
my
guess, yeah.
Instagram,
He had hair
I
on
did
top.
the full. I've done The Office already with all of us. I did the Full House theme, and it has all of us playing a character, and our faces just in the character. And I was Danny Tanner.
So cool.
Eddie was Uncle
Uncle
Jesse playing the guitar. And Scuba Steve had said to me, "Hey man, how come I didn't make the Office one?" Because I couldn't fit everybody in.
Yeah.
We could pull it up here. And I was like, okay, I'll make sure to highlight Scuba Steve in this one. So Scuba Steve was Uncle Joey. Oh, dang, you can't watch it because you're not logged in. So Scuba Steve was Uncle Joey. Amy was
DJ.
DJ Tanner, which, by the way, I texted you, Candace Cameron Bure, who
Did you
played
see that?
DJ Tanner.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She posted a comment. She was like, I'd watch this.
How freaking cool.
I know I need to go back and comment again.
Funny. I thought Morgan looked excellent as Stephanie Tanner.
Absolutely.
That was
liked
the
it.
one. That was the one that looked the most. I'm not gonna say realistic, but right on.
Well, mine look pretty realistic.
No.
And I felt pretty DJ.
I felt like I was a good Stephanie.
Yeah, I thought it was a good Stephanie. We had Lunchbox as Michelle.
Those are the best. He's on the bed with his hands on his face.
We had Abby as Aunt Becky. Abby, what'd you think?
I liked it. I kind of like the short hair.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
I
Amy
should do
said
that.
about when she was Dwight.
With
Yeah.
Dwight. Right.
So Eddie and Abby married.
You know, we don't go level 2, but
yeah.
you know,
Okay.
in this,
Well, we're actors, guys. It's fine.
That's true,
Our
that's true.
characters are married.
Wait, but Eddie had a man bun.
I did.
and you
That
didn't
was
see
funny.
it till the very end scene when it zooms away and you turn your head.
Dude, that was my guitar too. Like my real guitar.
I also didn't add the man bun. It only added the man bun. I don't know why it did that.
Of course.
Yeah, but we can play it here.
I'm not showing anything.
Oh, inside your email? Mike's showing Mike's in the Epstein files. And
All
he has
our
the email out.
secrets. Is that it?
Okay, yeah. Volume that up, and we'll start it over. Flip it back over, Eddie, will you? For those watching on YouTube, here you go. Here's the says Full House. There I am, it's Danny. Eddie playing the guitar. Oh, can we even play this on the podcast of the song? Yeah. We have to.
This isn't public domain.
No,
It's
not at
that
this
old.
point. Like that kind
That's
of looks like
so
Morgan. That just looks like
good.
Morgan. Lunchbox is Michelle. Abby is Aunt Becky. That
Abby,
looks pretty
that's
good.
awesome.
That's pretty good. And then all of us
There we
sitting around.
are.
And you see Eddie's man bun come out of the back.
When I turn around.
What was hard was that I had to cut from the beginning because I just couldn't get it right. Was the car scene when they're driving at the beginning because all the faces are
Over the bridge.
Yeah, because it's, and so I get a couple comments. People, for the most part, 98% love it. Then I get a couple like, this is AI slop. No, this is not slop. This is hard work, AI. Slop when you're just producing a bunch of crap of like a bear playing Yahtzee, and you just seeing if it catches. This is a lot of work, and then I have to send it to Reed to help me on the things that I can't actually get right. You gotta have to pay for tokens too to do this. It's a whole thing.
Well, what tokens?
Yeah.
What are those? Like you
That's
have to
what
pay-
you have to pay to. That's your currency for it, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh,
Into these programs.
okay. So how many efforts do you try before you hand it off?
There's a reason now it's taking like 6 days or so to do them because it takes me a while to do them. And then I don't do them all the way right. Like I couldn't get a couple of the faces right. So then I send it over to Reed and I'm like, can you help me, please? And then he's able to do it, finish it up.
So what show are you gonna do next?
I don't want to say out loud.
But you have one?
I do.
Queued up?
Yeah. Not queued up and I haven't even started on it. But I have one in my mind that I think would be good. So, but that's it. But I hope you go over to Mr. Bobby Bones and check that out. A couple updates on some stuff. The Nancy Guthrie update. Authorities have confirmed that the black glove that was recovered near Nancy Guthrie's Tucson home, although they confirmed they
right?
found it, but they didn't confirm that it was a glove of the person they were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw they confirmed, I was like, oh, they confirmed that was the person's. But no, they confirmed they found the glove.
Yeah.
They have raised their reward to $100,000. They did release some information about the suspect, and I got I think it was like People or something on Instagram that was like, new information about the suspect. Click link in bio to figure it out. And I'm like, no, like this is somebody's life. Put it in the body. I'm not clicking link in bio, but the FBI described the kidnapping suspect as a man around 5'9" or 5'10" with an average build. They did show a video, if you guys saw this, like 5 miles from Nancy Guthrie's house, where another guy had a backpack on and had another backpack in his hand, climbed like over a fence, and they were like, this backpack's from Walmart. They really weren't saying it was the exact same person, but they were sharing that video. They've received over 13,000 tips so far. That is probably difficult in that you're getting so many tips that you don't really have time to focus on every one of them. You've got to pick the ones you think are most credible and chase them. And I was thinking, like, if I were the kidnapper and they're getting all these tips, I would try to flood it with tips away from what I was doing. Like, I would have people sending in tips that said, no.
Yeah.
Chinese guy.
You got to look at California.
Yeah. So
This story is crazy.
It is so crazy. I think
Like, honestly, it's
what's
just-
so cool though is that how they looked at the surveillance camera and they're judging his height and how his shoe size and all that based on the video. Like they look at the tiles on the floor and they see how his foot is on the tile and like, okay, that foot is taking the whole tile, so it must be like
12.
12 feet, whatever.
It is weird to me. I'm
12
not
inches.
surprised, but it is weird to me because, she was not paying her Ring subscription or Nest subscription or what. I think it was a Ring cam, but it was one of those cams. She had discontinued. It wasn't on. So when this video file footage that's coming from it, they keep recording.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
boy. Wow, I didn't know
I didn't
that.
know this part.
Yeah.
Is that what took them so long to release it? They're
Probably.
like, holy
But think-
crap,
but
we got to
think about
release
that.
this, but now it's going to be obvious. But if
Dang.
it's not,
Would you find that exact version of that story, Mike? So I don't want to tell it incorrectly, but she did not have a current subscription.
But they're always recording.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy, man. I mean, I assume that already, but like that's crazy to hear.
Let's see. Here you go. In February 2026, as a Google Nest. So, like I said, one of them. I think Ring kind of is they own the market though, right?
Yeah.
They're the Kleenex.
Like
Yes.
you say Uber. Yeah.
They're the Q-tip.
Yeah.
They're the Pampers.
No. Still diaper.
We'll go with it.
All right.
The Google Nest doorbell camera, despite her not having an active subscription.
Dang, that's crazy. And they have recordings. Like not only like I would understand like, oh, they can still see it. Because it's still connected to a server, they can still see it. But the fact that they're recording it.
Well, good thing.
But
I know, but
yes, it's a slightly double-edged. I'm glad they have it for this. But that sucks. I think it was Ring, the Ring camera during the Super Bowl commercial
Search party
was controversial because they were like, we can find your dog
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
from everybody's camera. It's pretty cool for that one instance, but that just shows you they can watch everything all the time.
yeah.
That's why everybody got so mad at that commercial. They're like, wait, this is total surveillance on everything we're doing all the time?
Big Brother.
So weird. I wasn't mad about that at all. I don't like the Big Brother feeling, but I'm like,
Wait, because you're thinking of the I lost my dog part.
yes, like I'm thinking of like, okay, it's just a camera outside your house. Like it can't. What's the harm in that? Like, what are you up to?
Well, that's always what people can say, like, well, I don't do anything wrong. But it's kind of unconstitutional.
They just
Well, I
tap
don't-
into your camera because
Yeah.
they pick it up.
Well, you have to when you
can't
surely when you get it, you're signing when you sign up, you're
for sure.
signing a
Okay,
waiver.
she signed a waiver to do Google Nest, but not to keep it recording whenever she doesn't have the subscription
It's
anymore.
probably in there, dude, somewhere.
That even after
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, like as long as you have this mounted and plugged in.
I'm glad, and look, there's no nefarious activity coming from me. But they can use that to just find out stuff about us.
Yeah.
You don't think they're turning on the little
No, I
cameras
know.
in our house and
Yeah, I
watching
know.
us?
That's where I don't like them being inside my house. But if I hang up a
But
ring
you
cam,
don't get to pick. That's my point. You don't get to pick which cameras they secretly get into and watch. You don't get to pick.
yeah, you do. The
No.
one that's on my porch.
No, you don't get
Okay,
to
but
pick.
what other ones am I using?
Your
but-
phone, your computer.
Oh yeah,
any
yeah.
of
Those
the little cameras
oh, yeah,
on your
yeah.
television.
Yeah, they're watching. I've already had to accept that though. It's just like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know, like it doesn't surprise me, but still, it feels weird.
But because we know and because we're not doing anything wrong, doesn't mean it's not infringing on our rights.
I agree. I just think for a long time I was married to someone that literally taped up everything all the time.
And do you
Why?
know why? Because
Because
he
he
knew
knew.
more than we know.
Yep.
I know, but even when he would do it, like so many people would be like, "Oh, that's not true. Like he's being ridiculous." Like da 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 da. And then now, I'm like,
It just is
not that ridiculous.
a leader to other things. Like, let's say 5, 7 years, 12 years, 18 years, our country starts sliding in a certain direction, and they're using these cameras to find out who's speaking ill of the government and then targeting
Yeah, yeah,
them
yeah.
for reasons
Terrible.
to put them in jail
Mm-hmm.
or to target them to go after finance.
Yes,
I'm glad they're finding dogs.
and
That's the
maybe
best. And I hope
some
they find Nancy Guthrie.
octogenarians.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'll tell you what, though, man. When I saw that video of the guy with the backpack, and they're like, now they're looking at this guy. I'm like, that's my worst nightmare. That like I'm just happen to be in that same backpack, like down the road, and they're like looking at me now. Like, no, like I didn't do anything. I bought that backpack. I don't know.
It's
Like-
also so bizarre they can't find her.
I'm
Still?
still curious about her medication. If that was such a what we just haven't heard anything about it, and it's like we knew she needed it to survive, and it was left behind. So what
This is what I would say.
are we left to think?
I try to put myself in the brain of the kidnapper. Either they knew and they took her and they left it and they found other.
Right.
Or if they didn't know, they then saw it on the news. You don't think they're watching the news? And they're saying, oh, there's medication. So you go to the lady and be like, what's your medication?
Oh well, see, but that's the thing. I've thought about that part too.
And then you go to some drug dealer and get it.
Oh,
You can't go to a pharmacy.
not just Walgreens.
No. Oh, excuse me, I need a medication for a kidnapped lady I got over here.
I would be checking. I would be checking all the pharmacies and be like, "Has anyone
like,
looked for this medication?"
Depending on what medication you're on and how many milligrams, like, do you always know exactly
The milligrams?
exactly what you're on
Well,
and what it's
I
called?
do because I'm not
and-
on much, but that sounds like somebody who's on a lot of stuff that's like, hey, do you ever know?
No, I'm not, but there have been times where I have been on more.
Yeah.
I'm not at the moment, but also if she seemed like an 84-year-old that had her wits about her. She seemed fine. I mean, I don't know, but like my dad, now granted he was more ill, but he could not have told you everything he was on.
No, I hear you. I just try to think if I'm the kidnapper and I pull her away, not realizing, but then I'm watching the news, obviously, and she's on medications. I'm going, hey, what are your medications?
Right.
And I try to keep her alive that way.
Mm.
I just wonder if they have proof of life at all.
It's so weird.
You can't keep her for 10 years. She's 84.
Yeah.
And what is the point?
Yeah. Why do you want her?
It seems
is
like
it
the
really
point,
for money?
It seems like the point now is money, unless
Then what? They've said we'll pay.
but then they didn't.
They didn't get a proof of life.
I know.
But how
Pay
do you
for
give
proof of life?
How do you give proof of life? Like, I don't know, maybe Mike knows, but like, how do you give proof of life without being tracked?
Like metadata in a picture? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I feel like if you
guys, have y'all seen this? Just in,
Uh-oh.
new video surfaced. A man in Tucson with a goatee who creepily approached a
Of course
door.
he has a goatee. Investigate
Always.
everybody with a goatee. I've said that for years.
Does he ride a
Who-
van? Does he
Yeah.
drive a van?
Yeah, go ahead.
Creepily approached a doorbell camera 1 week before Nancy was taken. TMZ
this
has
guy
learned
probably just has a
cops are
creepy
giving a hard
goatee.
look.
Dang it.
The video was originally posted January 23rd on Ring's Neighbor app, and it shows the guy intentionally backing up to the front door of a home. Wait, what?
Can I be the person that
This
the
is
kidnapper
6
now?
miles from where she lives.
Oh, it's
That
not
may
even
be
a
that video
house?
that I saw last night.
Is it the guy with the
Goatee
backpack?
guy, he doesn't have a backpack.
They say backpack so much, I think Dora the Explorer.
Do you
All I
think
hear
maybe
is backpack,
Yeah,
backpack,
yeah, with a monkey.
backpack, backpack.
the would-be intruder fled when their dog started barking?
I would think if this were a well thought out crime, somebody would not do that leading into this well thought out crime. If it were a crime that were kind of like, let's say they broke into the house, which I'm still, again, we don't have inside information. I still think that could be the thing where they broke in and she's like, oh, I see you breaking in. Well, we have to take you now. Like that could be the thing
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But
But if this is like some sort of advance, we're going to kidnap for money, I don't think you'd be humbling and bumbling around in front of other ring cams.
right. Hey, what is it? What do you always say that you need to find a suspect? What do you need?
To be hydrated.
No. You need a what? Like a sketch, right? You say
Oh,
that?
if I see the sketch, I know if they've done it or not.
There's a guy in Texas who's got a sketch of the mass suspect, and it's released now.
Let me see.
Here, I'll send it to you.
Put it on screen.
Wait,
Because if I look at a sketch, I can tell you 100% or 0% if they did the crime.
Okay.
Now, picture, it doesn't work for me because picture, who knows?
Send it to you, Mike.
This has been bank for TMZ because they're like the go-to for this because they got the ransom note early on.
well, that's why I thought this was breaking news, is because they just posted this a couple of minutes ago.
And it might be different news.
Mike's got it.
I think any new news they get at all, even if it's a trickle, they slam breaking on it because they know we'll eat it up.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't do it.
That's the guy, goatee.
He didn't do it.
How did
I mean, all he had really was the eyes to work with. What does he know what the rest of the face looks like?
I don't feel like he did it.
What is he sketching this from? Just like
The
a
mask.
hunch?
The mask video.
Oh.
Can I feel like I feel like Hispanics are being unfairly targeted in this? And
Thank
the
you.
person may even be a Hispanic.
Thank you, man.
But I feel like everybody's just like, let's just draw a Mexican dude and see if anybody turns him
Well,
in.
also, I think there is a heavy,
Yeah, Tucson.
Okay.
population.
Heavy Hispanic and Mexican population, for
Yes.
sure. But I feel like now they just want to make it a Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Were there Mexicanized though in that guy?
Huh?
Are there
Nah,
such things as Mexicanized?
I mean, I didn't.
I don't
when
know.
saw
Eddie,
it-
show us just your eyes.
When I saw that, I didn't think Mexican guy.
No, but are there Mexican eyes? I've never thought about this.
I mean, I don't know.
Mike.
Eyebrows, maybe.
Oh, good point.
yeah,
Are
both
eyes
Eddie and
eyes?
Mike, y'all have like nice brows.
Thank you.
Oh,
Amy.
can I tell you something drove me crazy yesterday?
Mhm.
We're meeting the woman who is the manager at Radish, Amy. She was so nice. She came up. She goes, I don't want to bother you guys while you're eating, but I just want to say hi. And she says to Eddie, you have beautiful eyelashes.
He said he gets that all the time.
I get it all the time, guys.
I couldn't believe it.
Maybe she said it because she's heard him talk
No,
about it
that's
on the
not
show.
true.
Thank
That's
you.
not true.
Yeah, so
That
she's
might be
probably
it.
like, oh, I better.
Let me look at this guy.
What do you think?
I don't think he did it, man.
I don't know.
I'm surprised there's not a part of the internet that's going, I think Bad Bunny did it.
There
Right?
probably is.
That's coming. It's got to be coming.
Hey, I think
Say cheese.
I think it's Bad Bunny. Do Mexicans have thicker eyebrows, guys?
I mean,
Or is it just, you're just
not
dark?
all of
You're,
them.
well, you're just
The-
darker.
So you see the eyebrows more?
No, y'all have more hair.
No, Amy, look at my head.
Eyebrow hair.
Oh.
Eyebrow
Hey,
hair.
Mike has more hair.
Yeah.
Mike's wearing a freaking winter vest in the summer. It's crazy. But you also have good hair head, which is it's rare.
Say cheese.
It's all there.
The
I
DoorDash
can't grow
guy?
facial hair.
You can't grow facial.
No,
Really?
I can't get a mustache, beard.
I
Nah.
bet you can, Mike.
Nah, comes in weak.
Isn't it weird how our body does that?
Yeah.
I got a haircut yesterday. Thank you for noticing. I don't really like a haircut until.
You told us you were getting a haircut
Thank you for noticing my haircut.
yesterday.
Hey, nice haircut.
Thank you.
Your haircut looks good.
You're like my wife.
I mean,
Amy and I go to the same person. Do you go to Carly? You use Carly?
yeah.
Okay. So, I was getting a haircut yesterday, and I don't like getting my haircut short anymore, and she does a good job at it. But my whole life, I have been made fun of because I have a double crown on the back of my head. So everybody has a crown. I have two over the top of each other.
Like the cowlick?
Yeah, it's a double, and it looks like it could be a bald spot, but I've been made fun of it since I was 7 years old. And when it's shorter, I get made fun of it more because you can see it in pictures
Who
more.
is making fun of
Kids.
you?
I was the kid going
No,
bald in
now.
7th grade.
Today,
No,
dude.
Oh, if
Today.
I
now.
put any picture on the internet, look, Bob's going bald. The only thing I have left is my hair on my head,
And you're not going bald.
physically. That's all I have. The positive thing about me physically now is that I can grow hair. You want to see me grow my hair? Watch. It's like I'm pushing.
It's already long.
It grows, yes. And so when I get it cut short, I can't really post a picture with in the back of my head because 80 of the comments are like, you're going bald. It's the one thing I'm self-conscious about. This is my last short haircut. That's what I'm saying now.
You got to stop caring what people think, man.
Well, I don't mostly except for that because that's a childhood
Trauma.
scar.
Yeah.
Well, so you told Carly?
No. She was like, let me cut it short. I was like, yeah, why not? But inside I was like, no.
But you just said just now, this is the last time this is
It's the
gonna
last time I'm
happen.
going to get it this short.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of stuff coming up in a row, and I'll need a haircut at some point. And instead of having to maintain it because I don't fix my hair, I just was like, we'll do it short. That way it can grow for the next 2 months. But yeah, I don't think that guy did it.
Are you cleared then?
You know what? If I'm the FBI, I clear it. He look guilty to you?
I don't even know how he got that sketch from.
Me neither.
what
Like,
we're-
how do you get that
yeah, from
hair?
the mask.
Like,
Hey, that guy has a good head of hair too.
He does.
and he does a good job at
I
fixing.
mean,
hair.
you don't know ears, you don't know hair, you don't know nose.
Did somebody else see him doing something though, or is that just from that sketch?
That's the only thing we
Just
have.
from him.
Okay, yeah, this is no.
That's bizarre. They drew a sketch of a guy without seeing any of his facial features.
But it says that this guy is a famed Texas forensics artist. So, like, he's well known.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna claim now. If they do catch the guy and he is Hispanic and he kind of looks like that guy, that's not. It still wasn't that guy. That forensics guy's gonna take credit for it just because he drew a Hispanic dude with facial hair.
But if he nails it, like, if they.
then I will say I was wrong.
Yeah, you got to give the guy all the credit.
I mean, to his inner eye skin area, is that brown?
I mean, it's black and white, Amy. Like,
I
the
know,
Do you
picture
that's
is
think
why-
because
like,
his
how-
height was like 5'9" or 5'10", they're like Hispanic?
short
Yeah.
Hispanic guy.
Because Hispanics generally aren't as tall, right?
Based on what he's wearing, I'm gonna say not Hispanic.
But if you're trying to not look Hispanic, do
We're
you
not that
put on a
smart.
quarter zip? Or is that a vet? What is that? What's he wearing?
He puts on the most banker white guy outfit ever. He shows up.
Sometimes my algorithm will show these videos and they're these black guys and they're so funny. They're like, hey guys, let me tell you, have a quarter zip in your car. The minute you get pulled over, throw the quarter zip on. Like you're instantly going to look innocent. Like the officer. I mean, that's something that's a reality for black people, which I hate. We've even had to prepare for that with my daughter. Like my ex-husband, her dad, he has a like a medal from war or whatever, and you can put it on your license plate. Like if you have
Really?
a particular medal.
Oh, like I've seen Purple Hearts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you can have those. So he doesn't have it on his personal car, but he opted to put it on the license plate of her car because she is Black, and we learned in our adoption training, like we can't empathize with what she might or our son might experience from law enforcement at times. That's just the reality. And so to set her up for even just an ounce of success like that is on there of like, oh, this is a military car. Like, oh, what, like they immediately might treat her differently.
It sucks you have to do that, but I think
Yes.
that's a great strategy.
Which is what and granted, these videos are funny, but there's also a little truth to it of like, yo,
sure.
guys, trust me, keep a quarter zip in your car because people treat you differently.
One of the best Fresh Prince episodes ever. When Will and Carlton were driving Uncle Phil's car and they get pulled over and they get put in jail.
Oh, wow.
And then they're just put in jail. It's their car, but the cop's like, come on. 2 Black kids driving this really expensive car. So they take him in. They can't figure out how to get Uncle Phil to like come because Uncle Phil's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And so Will then is like, screw this, I'm going to go hard. And Will's like, yeah. And he's like, get the cameras. I did it. I kill people. And so they're like covering. And so all the families, like they're watching television and it pops up and Will's like, or Uncle Phil's like, that's Will. They're in prison. And then he goes in and Uncle Phil like gives it to him. It's a great episode. It was
cool.
funny, but it really represented something that actually like realistically happens.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that episode, Mike?
Yeah, it's good.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that's also like,
It's like looking back now that we're adults and we can get it. Like there's these powerful scenes kind of like in Saved by the Bell or the one you just described where we're like, man, they were really tackling a tough issue.
I watched a clip yesterday from Mr. Belvedere, and they have an episode where a kid has AIDS, and he's like, hey, Timmy, how's it going? And Timmy walks in and goes, it's all good. You know, I have AIDS. But they're like, they're talking about how somebody that's not, and at the time it was only if you're a gay man or if you're just having sex. There was a big part of our life where it's like, if you just have sex, you're going to get AIDS.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can get AIDS through a lot of ways. And they were doing, I think it was like 1986 or 87. Will you see if you can find that episode on TikTok? It'll be easy. Just type in Mr. Belvedere AIDS.
I mean, that was a huge topic in the boardroom when they were like pre-production. All right, we're going to do this, guys.
And it's kind of dopey now, but when you realize what they were actually doing at the time. Yeah, here we go. 1986. We'll get some volume on it.
Hello, Danny.
Is Wesley here?
Yes, come on in. Everyone, you remember Wesley's friend, Danny?
Oh, hi, Danny. Hi, Mrs. Owens, Mr. Owens.
Hiya, champ. How's it going?
Well, I got AIDS, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Whenever.
But that was their way of talking about it.
What?
So he was born with AIDS?
Okay.
Or he was,
Yeah, or like blood.
like a blood
And
transfusion.
did they flash the audience laugh sign? Because why are they laughing?
They might have.
I think they were
piped that one
laughing at
in.
how the parents were like acting uncomfortable for a second.
Or they might have piped that. You're right. I think it was a piped in laugh. Will you play that again? That's a good point. I never thought about that.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Hello, Danny.
Is Wesley here?
Yes, come on in. Everyone, you remember Wesley's friend, Danny?
Oh, hi, Danny. Hi, Mrs. Owens, Mr. Owens.
Hiya, champ. How's it going?
Well, I got AIDS, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Piped in.
Piped in.
Piped in.
Is that Bob Euchre?
Yeah, Bob Euchre was the dad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I made a reference to Mr. Belvedere to my wife the other day. She's like, I don't know who that is. I was like, streets on the China,
Nothing.
never made it. She's like, what are you singing? Okay, let's see. The FBI provided is this new, Mike?
Yeah, it's just the details on the guy.
New details about the suspect seen in the video on the porch of Nancy Guthrie's home the morning she disappeared. Authorities say they're looking for a male, 5'9" to 5'10", average build. Said he was wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail Hiker backpack, $100,000. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says investigators are combing the foothills.
$100,000 what?
Reward.
Okay.
Yeah, reward. Yeah. All right. See if there's anything else. Streets on the China. The other Fresh Prince scene that comes to mind is, "You're not my dad." It's Will and Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
You find that one?
Mm-hmm. I thought you said the one when Carlton gets a gun.
Oh, that was a big one. Or when Jesse
I'm so excited.
He's taking pills.
takes caffeine pills.
I'm so
Boy,
I'm so
if they only knew.
So scared.
This Fresh Prince scene was hardcore back in the day. The dad episode where, because Will's dad comes to town and is like love bombing him. He's like, haven't seen you forever, haven't seen you forever. And then Will's dad doesn't show up on a time they're supposed to go out.
What's up?
That's his dad. He's leaving.
Will, I'm glad you're here. Some business came up I got to handle. So we're going to have to put our trip on hold. You understand?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Just for a couple of weeks.
I understand.
Yeah. Maybe a little longer.
Yeah, whatever.
Look, I'll call you next week and we'll iron out the details. Okay?
Yeah.
He
It
knows
was great
he's coming
seeing you,
back.
son.
You too, Lou.
Dang, changes. He don't call him dad anymore. This one probably hit me hard too because I didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
He leaves. For those just listening.
I'm sorry, Will.
You know what? Actually, this works out better for me. You know, the Slimmies of summer come to class wearing next to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Will, it's all right to be angry.
Hey, why should I be mad? I'm saying at least he said goodbye this time. I just wish I hadn't wasted my money buying this stupid present.
I'm sorry. If there was something that I
Hey,
could
you know
do-
what? You ain't got to do nothing, Uncle Phil. Hey, ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's Daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I, Uncle Phil?
you did.
Got through my first day without him, right? I learned how to drive. I learned how to shave. I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I ain't need him then, and I don't need him now.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come he don't want me, man?
It's like oddly good acting for that show too.
So good. I was gonna say that because you can hear it in his voice how good the acting is.
And like Uncle Phil James Avery was like a stage actor too. Like was a good actor. And not that Will Smith didn't end up being a great actor, but like for that show it was kind of dopey and goofy.
Yeah.
But like when you think about those scenes from those shows, like that one I still think of top 3 or 4. Yeah, that's a good one.
Man,
What's the gift he got his dad?
I couldn't tell what that was.
Probably shirt or something. He just
No,
grabbed
it looked like a
massage
helmet.
gun or something.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
like a little statue.
Oh, is it like a little?
It looks like a baby
like a
seat.
monkey,
Oh, maybe it's like a dad holding
like a monkey statue.
Hold on. I never evaluated this. It looks like a statue of a dad holding a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just.
I didn't know what that was either. I was like, is that a helmet?
I thought it was a shirt. 'Cause it was just oddly shaped.
Yeah. Man, I don't remember that scene, but dang, yeah.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Did you watch every episode of that show?
No.
I did. I loved it.
I was a hit or miss kind of like, because I'd have to watch it live, or whenever appointment TV or whatever. And it's just, if it was on, I'd watch it. If it wasn't, I just,
Is there anything else that I need to mention before we go? I don't think so. Okay, so here's what's up. A couple things. One, there is an episode of the Bobbycast up with Caitlin Butts. Oh, speaking of dads, her dad kind of screwed her over.
Really?
That's where the song "You Ain't Gotta Die to Be Dead" to me. It's our dad.
Oh, I thought that was like a boyfriend.
Mm-mm. And then there's a clip that I put up where she's like, "Yeah, you and I are both in the market for new dads." Her talking to me, and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "But if anybody out there's watching, and you want to do this, can you have a boat?" Like she's so funny. So that episode is up. So go check it out on the Bobbycast if you want to check that out. Amy, what do you got?
For this week?
Anything?
My latest one, we have a Couch Talks episode. We talk about guilt after growth. We actually got an email from a male listener who only started listening to our podcast after he's separated from his wife. But like before they separated, she listened to the podcast. And so he started listening because of that. But he said he started therapy because of their separation. And he said the podcast has been very helpful for him, like after his sessions, to like hear us talk about certain feelings. And so he wrote in with a question. for us. And Kat, my co-host, is a therapist. So I just thought it was really, like, most of our listeners are women, or most of our people that write in are women. And I thought it was cool that, yeah, he found our show through a woman, but he's continued to listen. So we talk about his email, and we got another email from a listener that is going through a divorce right now, and she's got to go to court, and she cries really easily. So she was asking Kat for tips on how to steady herself, because she doesn't want to get up there and be too overly emotional in her test when she has to testify. Because crying is not weakness, and you're still strong even if you want to cry, but that's why we use the word steady, because you need to steady yourself so you don't get overly emotional when you're trying to be clear.
There you go. Check it out.
Yeah, so that's Feeling Things with Amy and Kat.
Have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday, and then Tuesday.
And then Wednesday.
Do you know the Happy Days theme? Because when you think, if I just say sing the Happy Days theme, Amy, go.
Monday, Wednesday, happy days. Tuesday, Thursday, happy days.
Well, that's even kind of wrong. You're skipping days, but
I
yes.
thought it did that. Or does it go Monday, Tuesday, happy days?
Yeah.
Okay, Wednesday.
Why would it skip?
They're sad. Is Wednesday sad?
They're doing college schedules.
Okay, Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday,
Not the
Thursday,
original theme
happy
song.
days. Friday.
Original theme song.
I know what it is.
Go ahead.
4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock.
Odd number choice as well, but yes.
Yeah, rock.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
That's right.
Eddie, is this our dyslexia?
Maybe, probably. Who knows?
Oh, Eddie's wife last night was giving him the business about how he's just terrible at math. It's just funny to hear Eddie's wife talk about Eddie. Like, I feel like I know Eddie as well as anybody.
But
for
you
sure
know
here.
everything she's saying.
Yeah, but it's like different level.
What does she think about him donating an organ?
Oh, that never
We
came
didn't
up.
talk about that.
Have you ever talked about it with
There
your
were,
wife?
Why are you talking to me like
Because we
that?
don't know if it's just like a talking point here.
He goes, have you ever talked to her about that?
Because the concern is that you wouldn't be like able to take care of yourself if like your children needed something. So I didn't know it. Like literally, we don't know if it's a talking point for here or if like
We've talked
this
about it
is
before.
genuinely something you.
We've talked about it before.
The thing, I got to remember in my head before I even evaluate if I can say it, that she said.
Which one?
Because there were so many I laughed out loud, and I thought, I need to check with Eddie if I can even bring this up. But they did talk about Eddie making her drive to McDonald's before she had the baby.
Oh
and
my
she's like,
gosh.
that's for sure a thing.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, that for sure happened. Like, I was
Yeah.
pregnant, having the baby. Eddie made me drive, and I had to go to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Because there had been so many false alarms before.
If I think of the other one, we may do it on Monday. All right, you guys have a great weekend.